Hello Libra, and welcome to your January 2008 reading. I'm going to make this less awkward for both of us by showing you my broken thumbnail. So, I know you know me now. Silence, right? Alrighty, let's get into your shuffle.
Okay, pause. I know you guys don't actually think I'm going to make you sit here, and watch me shuffle. Let's fast forward this. Okay, enough of the funny business. On to your reading.
Okay. Got a lot going on here. Background on the spread. This is your recent past. This is your above card, which is pretty much like what you're consciously aware of or your desired outcome for the future or your outlook. Your bottom card, which is your below card. This is pretty much like subconscious influences or anything that is affecting you in your life presently. This is you presently. This is your challenge card, and this is your potential outcome given what you do with the guidance you receive in this reading. As always, I'm going to sit the challenge card to the side just so we can see better, and let me give you some background on what it is I am seeing right now. So, in the present position, you are showing up as the Temperance reverse, which lets me know that you've been wilding out a little bit. I'm not really good when I say slang words. Wilding, whatever. But you've just been, just doing your thing a lot lately. You've been a little bit unbalanced and potentially turning to a lot of, sex, drugs, alcohol, stuff like that. Because presently you're feeling a little uneasy. You're feeling unbalanced. And I think that you're not doing those things just because, you're a wild child or anything. You guys are typically pretty balanced. I would venture to say that you guys are kind of doing that to combat this unbalanced feeling that you're feeling right now. And rightfully so, because with your above card being the Death card and your below card being the Ten of Swords, it lets me know that presently right now, Libra, you guys are going through somewhat of a transformation in your life, and you may or may not be aware of that, but I'm pretty confident that that's what's causing you to feel pretty unbalanced. And then this transit that we're having into Capricorn, it's just it's not what's hot in the streets right now, but we've all been feeling like very strange. A lot of people are going into a very deep, contemplative, sometimes dark place recently. And that's going to pretty much continue until the new moon on, I believe it's the 15th or the 16th. But anywho, in your recent past, we have the Ace of Swords reversed, which lets me know that it's something that you wanted to happen, or a desire, an idea that you had that didn't really go as you had planned. You had hoped for this particular thing that occurred recently to be somewhat of like a new start, a new beginning, like turning over a new leaf, but it didn't exactly turn out or pan out as you had planned. And then with these cards, it's like I'm seeing also this could potentially be something with a relationship as well. If it's in the event of a relationship, the relationship didn't work out as you had planned. But of course, all of my readings are always centralized around personal development, us learning a little bit about ourselves. So if I were to go a little bit deeper into this Ace of Swords reverse, what I really sense is you not cutting out the BS, right? It's not cutting out the BS, whether that be like old thought patterns or unrealistic expectations. That's the hand that, of course, we all have in how things tend to pan out in our lives, right? So, if we kind of tie these in together and then moving on into the Two of Chalices reverse that we have is the potential outcome of this situation. What it is that you're dealing with presently is something that you wanted to be a new beginning kind of dying off and not panning out as you had hoped, or the ending of something that's extremely important to you. I do sense from this card that whether it's with a relationship, friendship, family member, that this is kind of what it is that's hurting you the most. Because it's like I sense like a I don't want to say it's a disconnect, but it's a very deep disconnect. So in the event that it's someone who actually did pass away, my condolences to you and your family. But it feels like a very permanent severing between, you know, two people or a group of people. So that could be anything from you leaving a job that you really liked, or you getting fired from a job, moving, like it has in the card, losing your home. It's a very heavy loss. And the thing I can tell you about this is extremely important that you don't hold on to this grief, you don't hold on to this disappointment. Allow yourself to transition through those typical feelings that we feel when we are grieving or when we lose something or someone. Allow yourself to transition through those emotions, because as I've been saying a lot lately, the best way out is through, and more often than not, we really don't like to go through, and we try to avoid going through like that dark valley of grief. But from what I'm seeing here, that's kind of what it is that has you feeling very often unbalanced, is the fact that you don't want to go to that place. But I can assure you that if you do, it's like it's an ending with a new beginning. That's really what we're looking at with the Ten of Swords, as well as with the Death card. It's an ending with an instantaneous new beginning. This is, you know, indicative of the phoenix rising from the ashes. It's that rebirth from that dark time. So the universe pretty much is trying to bring you guys to a better place, but you have to allow it to happen. And the thing that I really feel is challenging you is the fact that you're holding on to the past. You're refusing to accept that this has happened. You're kind of in denial about it. You're not wanting to face it, and that's really what's preventing you from getting to your new beginning. So your challenge is the Knight of Wands, and it's pretty much, I mean, it all ties in together. Your challenge is to regain balance, to re-empower yourself, because presently right now you're at a disempowered state and feeling as if you can't, like you're stuck, and you're really not stuck. You know what I mean? So your challenge now is really to regain balance by releasing the past, allowing yourself to go on through this healing process, through this dark time, through this grief, and really accepting and surrendering to the divine and releasing so that your new beginning can come through. And you can do that by focusing your intentions on what it is that you desire for the future. It's like, this didn't pan out the way that you wanted it to, but how do you want things to pan out going forward? What is it that you desire going forward? What is it that you see for yourself going forward? You want to be in a place to where you're with something that is more in alignment with you, and it's imperative for you to reclaim your power. Let me check my time, because y'all know I be running it. Okay, we're doing good. Yeah, it's imperative for you to really reclaim your power right now, especially since we're coming up on this new moon. It's a perfect time for you to allow things that you no longer want to manifest in your life to die, to release those things and let them go and let them flow into the past, so that you can have a new beginning going forward, and something that's definitely more in alignment with what you want. So that's what your challenge is really getting back into a place to where you're empowering yourself, you're taking your power back from whatever situation you allowed it to be taken from you, and really getting in alignment with spirit, accepting this situation for what it is, letting it go and really being positive with your outlook for the future. And I really want you to just kind of take a gander at that card. I hope that you guys can see it. But, you know, it's her letting go, releasing. It's like a very light, airy kind of feel that I get from this card. And that's really what you want. It's like the trial by fire so that newness can come into your life. And your potential outcome, and this is given that you don't regain balance of yourself and stop trying to escape things through these little wonderful 5 sense feeling things. You have the Two of Chalices reversed, which means like really a one-sided situation, like something that's not emotionally fulfilling, something that's very disconnected, whether that be with you and another person, group of people. So this is anything, because of course this is a general reading. But I mean, whether it be with a job or relationships or friendships or anything, if you don't regain your balance, you will continue to perpetuate this in your life by being in situations that are very one-sided and that are emotionally draining and unfulfilling for you. And I know you don't want that. So the way that we can turn this good old Two of Chalices upright so that you can be more in alignment with things that are for you, or even a person, because look at that. Couples, couples, couples. So those of you who've been having issues with less than stellar relationships, it's time for that to die off. It's time to release those old mindsets, those old belief systems that have been holding you back and making you draw these unfulfilling relationships to you. It's very much possible for you to have love with someone who loves you back. It's very much possible for you to have a future with someone who is in alignment with your desires that you're connected with. All of those things are possible. And that's for those of you who are dealing with relationship stuff. But yeah, that's most certainly what I'm getting, seeing these two cards together. But whether it be for a relationship or anything dealing with your life, in order for us to turn this upright, your challenge is to harness your power, set your intentions, and know what it is that you want for you. So I would venture to say that the overall theme for your reading, my wonderful Libras, lil mamas, lil daddies with them scales and things. Shout out to my brother, who is a Libra, who I feel like I need to call for some tea if he's going through this right now. But anyway, the overall theme I really feel for this is it's a transformation. Like, I mean, you guys are really like on the cusp of a personal, I would say evolution, but I'm really feeling led to say revolution. So revolutionizing your life. So I hope this helped, guys. And as always, if you feel my vibe, please like, share, and subscribe. Until the next time. Deuces.